Hey guys, it's Ben the Coin Geek at Old Pueblo Coin, and we're going to take kind of a deeper dive today into an area of collecting that I know some of you really have embraced and others of you will just completely ignore, but it's a learning opportunity for those of you who care to learn. The Jefferson nickel is one of the coins that I always kind of frowned upon, if you will, but I've really come to appreciate the nuances of how difficult it is to collect nicer looking coins. And what's interesting is there's just a lot of different types and varieties that you can run into. What we're going to look at today is I got a bunch of different proof ones from the earliest issues. So here's a 1938 from the first year of issue. We have a 1939, and then we have a 40 and a 41. And one of the things that's interesting to me about this group of coins as I looked closer was just how different each coin was, how it looks like even though they didn't have huge mintages on these, they clearly re-engraved the dies from one year to the next. And one of the main things that we want to look at here, pardon me as I get all verklempt, is the reverse of 38 versus the reverse of 40. And poor 39 apparently did not get its own reverse as life would have it, even though, you know, that's just sometimes how the world works here. And they're not easy things to notice, but there are other things that I noticed as I was looking at these coins, and so I thought I'd share those with you as well. So without further ado, one of the things we always want to do when we're looking at proofs from the 30s and 40s, anytime you're looking at proofs that don't usually have a total cameo look, it's good to go ahead and just get an eyeball on what is the field supposed to look like, the surface quality, the rims, the edges, all of those things. You know, that razor sharp edge is actually a real thing. And these poor copper nickel coins, you know, they get spotting on them so easily compared to some of the other coins out there. But taking a look here at that rim and seeing how nice and wide it is and tall it is. And one of the things that I noticed on these, which was really interesting, is looking at the word trust on here, and we're going to get a close look at the word trust, how different the 38 is from the 39. Here we go on the 39, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit further. And you have a really nice looking trust, you know, a little bit wiry, but pretty nice. I'm going to bring up the 8. Look at how thin the U is, and the S and the T both appear to have like extra carving work done on top of them, like they've been carved into. Also, looking at details, you look at the star on the 38 is just nearly completely gone, and then here on the 39, the star is pretty decent. Then we're going to move over to the 40, and you have a pretty strong star. And it's just those little details when you look at them and see, you know, look on the 40 how smooth the word trust is, how much broader the lettering looks like on the S and the T. But one of the things that we see you'll see on labels is the reverse of 40 and the reverse of 38. And it's actually a pretty hard nuance to see on the coin because it is where the top of the stairs meet the pillars on Monticello. And basically the earliest renditions, the 38s, and subsequently into the 39s, which still have the reverse of 38, but they can come with the reverse of 40. That top step blends in to the pillars. And then someone somewhere decided, you know what, we're going to go ahead and add a platform. Now here we go with the platform. Now look at the top steps, and you'll see all of a sudden it looks like the stairs are like boxed off. And it's not just because of that top line, but really that top line is the thing to look at, and how those pillars are now sitting on top of a more of a pedestal, more of a platform, instead of just blending in. Let's see if we can see it. I was on to my 20 power. Let's go back down to the 10 and see if it's noticeable with the 10 power. This one has a lot of toning on it. Let me grab that 38. It's kind of special. All right, let's look back at the platform and see what we can see, because you might not have a 20 power with you. All right, stairs, pillars. Let's go very much more nuanced with the 10 power. But in this, with the 10 power, it looks like there is a thick line connecting the bottom of the pillars. And that is just, the pillars are just kind of blending in on the reverse of 38. Let's go ahead and grab this 1941, which of course will also have that reverse of 40. And once again, you can just see how boxed off the stairs are in general. Versus, if I'm going to go ahead and grab the toned one again, how those stairs just really blend into the top. So you can see it with the 10 power just as well as you can see it with the 20 power. It's kind of a fun area to collect because, first of all, eye appeal is tough. And nuances are tough too. So you can get the different types and varieties. Also, of course, if you want to collect coins that are the uncirculated varieties, you got the full steps or not full steps. But on the proof coins, on a lot of those proof nickels, the earliest issues, this is the gray sheet for an example here, but you start in the 38s and you move forward. A lot of the coins in proof 65 are going to be, up to the silver ones are going to be $50 to $200 range. And then once you get into the 1950s, a lot of them are pretty inexpensive. And then you can start getting into the cameos and see bigger jumps in price. But it's kind of a fun series because you can try to find really attractive examples in proof 65 or proof 66, and they're not super rare coins or super expensive, even though they're hard to come by with nice eye appeal. So I hope that helps you see a little bit about what the reverse of 38 versus the reverse of 40 is, and hopefully next time you have an opportunity to look at yours, if you have one of those, you can take a closer look and see which variety you have. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. I'm Ben the Coin Geek. You can subscribe by clicking on the owl button in the corner and watch more videos on the right side of the screen. Thanks.